Hi, this is Mark with AtMyHome.com, and we're here with Sebastian and Tomiloff, and we're going to look and see what they have for new product. But these guys have some really great stuff that you guys should really pay attention to this morning, and I'll let them speak to it.
Hello. Actually, we would like first to ask you a question. Which kind of controller do you have at your home?
Well, we have many controllers in our house because at My Home we try out a lot of products so we can write about it and blog about it. The one that works the best, to be honest with you, the fastest one, local control, the most reliable, is Zipato. We've had it for, I can't remember how many years we've had it. Yeah, it just keeps working. I don't have to do anything with it. It's plugged in and goes.
Yeah, okay, thank you for saying so.
You're welcome.
Actually, this is something what we are facing on the market very often, because in these early stages of home automation development, at least based on these wireless protocols, everyone is experimenting. We are experimenting, developing all the time, like all other competitors of ours. But also customers, which are buying our systems, are creating their own systems on top of our platform. And what you are saying, when you said, like, I just set it up and leave it alone, and it works for years now, that's the magic word. At the end of all this experimenting, we sell home automation. So once you set up the system, systems should just be here for you and do whatever you want it to do at the beginning. If you are all the time changing the system and upgrading and downgrading and adding new devices and creating new rules, then you have to be aware that you can face some issues while recreating the system with new firmwares and new devices which just came out on the market. So there is a big difference between standing system, doing what you want it to do, and the system which you can use as an experimental one. One will not have any issues. Another one may have some issues.
So if you're a technical geek, the system's really great because I programmed it myself. It's very versatile. There's a lot of things you can do, and you can keep tweaking it. But for the average consumer who's putting in their house to control everything and talking through Alexa, you work with Alexa, correct?
Yes.
So, because I know, because it's in our house, I have it. So, once you set it up, it's great, and you don't want to tinker with it because you're not buying it to have the box. You're buying it to control your house, and I think it's a great point to make.
Actually, the good thing, we just introduced a few weeks ago 3 professional services which we are now providing to all users of Zipato controllers. These are first of all a setup service, then a checkup service, and then engineering hour. What we want to do, we want to give our users a chance to buy a controller and try to make it work by themselves, to create their own system. But once they figure it out that they can't, if they figure it out they can't, they can just buy the setup service, and one of our engineers will remotely connect to the system and actually do the setup for them.
Oh, that's fantastic.
If they can do that within a couple of hours, and afterwards you can decide to lock down the system and use it as it is, or you can just continue experimenting with it, and after half of the year or 1 year, if you think the system is not working anymore as efficient as it was working when we left it to you, then you may just buy another service which we call checkup service. And checkup service will be done within a couple of hours as well, and practically we will restore all new latest firmwares on your box. We're going to check it out, how healthy your network is, eventually run the network heal and things like that, and point you out into the direction of some offline devices or devices which are like having a very low signal, things like that. So you may change this or fix it, or you may even hire one of our engineers for further work to do it even further for you. So that would be the third service, which we call engineering hour service.
All right, so you don't just sell the box, that you give all the services to make sure the customer is successful. You mentioned something about restoring the system. So one of the things that we've noticed at My Home is a lot of the smart home technology, there's no backup methodology. So if your hub dies or some of your products die, you can't restore it later on. No one saved your files. You do that?
That's a big problem regularly with these kind of systems, because these kind of systems like Zipato are using multiple wireless protocols, sometimes even wired protocols. And sometimes for these protocols you're using the hardware modules inside the box. Like we have right now Z-Wave module in all of our controllers. Z-Wave module has its own storage and its own memory. So when you want to do a serious backup, you need to back up the Z-Wave module, the box storage, and if you have a cloud support, then you need to have backup of the cloud. What we do as a service for our customer, you have a very nice option. Take a snapshot. Once you start the snapshot feature option, then all these components are being backed up and merged into one file, which we call snapshot, which you can later on, whenever you like, restore again. And all the Z-Wave module, Zigbee module, and the box storage and the cloud storage, everything will be restored same as it was at the date when you made a snapshot. This is very nice and very easy feature. Practically, you can do it with 2 clicks only.
So, Sebastian, one last question. Where do I buy Zipato?
Well, today I think there are big number of mainly web home automation stores where you can buy various kind of Z-Wave or Zigbee devices, among all controllers, and most of them are having a Zipato controllers in their range. Mainly you will find the Zipa box, but right now we are coming out with Zipa Micro, which is going to be probably even more popular since the price is going to be extremely affordable. Software is going to be the same, as powerful as the one which we have in Zipa box, but this one is going to be Z-Wave only controller, which is going to be 89 euros retail price, with the battery inside, with the Ethernet cable, with the Wi-Fi connector, and with the USB connector for eventual further expansion. So I think that would be the best part.
Well, that's awesome. Well, thank you very much, Sebastian.
Thank you. Thank you.
This is Mark with AtMyHome.com.